tell you to hit record and then I can step out of the camera.
Yeah, let's hit record. Wait a minute, I gotta pee.
Hey, you know how I roll.
I do know how you roll.
And welcome back to another glorious extra credit episode with your two favorite Boy Meets World podcast hosts,
Right.
your two dads. I'm Tyler.
That's right. And I'm Brett. We
Yes,
are the favorites.
We were supposed to be talking this week about a classic episode, Everybody Loves Stuart, but as we were prepping for the episode, we felt like we weren't prepared to get into the episode, and unlike the 90s, take what happened a little more serious. So we're hoping to bring that out next week, so that way we can have the time to make sure that it is appropriate and more than just us throwing out jokes to try to ease the tension in the room, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like what this episode does. So we are going to take some time, Brett, and dive into the topic of guest stars. Brett, can you describe to the good-looking people what a guest star is?
A guest star is a character, an actor or actress who comes on and plays a character who is there for a singular episode or story purpose. Sometimes they'll be on for one show. For our purposes, they might be on for a couple of shows for a singular story if it stretches across a couple of episodes. But they're basically in for a one and done type of deal.
Yes, so thank you, Brett. So we're going to get straight into this. We have many names. I'm going to be flipping around. You're going to hear my paper going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So, Brett, just out of curiosity, can you throw out a handful of names you're like, I hope it's on the list? That's one of my favorites.
Well, I've always been partial to Feeney's niece. Grandma Matthews has always been a fun one. Kenny's up there for me. So let's see who's on our list.
Yeah. Why don't we indeed see? So, Brett, we're going to start with our first matchup. We're going to see Trini, played by Brittany Murphy, going up against Ranger Mark.
Ooh.
Ranger Mark is played by Troy Evans. Ranger Mark gets Corey and Sean safely to the cabin, Feeney's cabin, and says, there's no... I can't remember what he says, but basically, be careful of the bears, and you can't take care of a bear like that.
You can't. Oh, something about a moose. Can't play cards with a moose or something.
Oh, can't play cards with a moose. That's right.
Yeah. It's tough. I got to give it to Trini, though.
Yeah, I'll give it to Trini as well.
Yeah.
Trini's one of those characters that should have been on the show longer and given more for the girls to do.
Yes. Sadly, if it were filmed today, Trini probably would have been a much more of a recurring character.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Our next one, Brett, Ezekiel, the original mountain man, to sell a bunch of stuff over at the Matthews store.
Powerful mountain man.
Yes. The one who killed a bunch of skinny white boys. Versus Heather, Eric's first girlfriend.
Ooh. I'm going to go with Ezekiel. He's more memorable to me, and he had more to do. He stuck around more for me.
Yep, I agree with that completely. I realize the problem with Heather is we only meet her for like 5 seconds, and we know more about her mostly being grumpy because Eric takes her off and she's older. That's it.
Yeah.
Brett,
I'm dating a popular girl all because I was smart enough to get in on the ground floor.
Yeah, that doesn't always go well for him. Brett, how about we do Hotel Man
Ooh.
versus Aunt Prudence?
Hmm. As much as I would have loved to have had Aunt Prudence around for more Prudence and Feeney interactions, it's Hotel Man, hands down.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I saw him in another role. He was in a commercial. He's in in one of the latest Geico commercials.
Ooh.
I think it's
That's one of my favorite lines of his. Ooh.
I think it's Geico. It's in a factory. It's gone haywire, and there's a scapegoat. He's the shop the floor foreman who comes in and asks who's responsible. It just clicked with me the other day. That's who it was.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Hotel Man, one of our favorites. Also, I will say he's brought back again for The Wedding, and
Oh
when you
yes.
realize it's the same actor, basically probably the same character, it brings joy to your heart.
Oh
Brett,
yes.
how about Judge Bemis, and we'll include Foofy versus Veronica Watson?
Veronica Watson. Hmm. I
People, we're
gotta
talking about Veronica
Veronica
Watson.
Watson. People. I gotta go with the two for Bemis and Foofy.
Yep, I agree.
I
They
mean,
bring a lot more comedy.
Veronica was fun, but again, it was all build up. It was, we knew more about the build up than we did about Veronica. It was all about the mystique of Veronica Watson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, I see what I did there. Okay. I already made a mistake. It's fine. All right, Brett. What about we go with Claire Ferguson? Claire Ferguson is a friend in the fourth season.
Friend in need.
Yes, definitely a friend in need. Versus Lips Waterman, Brett. Ronnie.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Claire. She had a much deeper story, and she left a much bigger impression on Sean and Corey.
Yeah, I agree with that. Brett, how do you feel about Amish Man versus Eddie Hunter?
A farmhouse just over there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Neither one really comes back ever, and Eddie is really forgotten about when we get
Uh
Jack.
huh.
I'm gonna go with the farmer. I just like him more.
Yeah, I mean the laugh alone that it brings. We quite
Yes,
enjoyed that episode.
just over there.
Yeah, just over there. I also had one of my favorite rants where I complained that he's not really Amish. Uh,
Yeah.
so, Brett, next we have Judge Lamb versus Desiree Beaumont. Desiree was only in two
Oh,
episodes, so she counts.
I love both of these characters. Oh, is
I
it
know.
really? Oh, it's tough, tough. I love what Lamb does with the time he has, but we were always vocal about how much we love Desiree. So Desiree it is.
Yep, I agree with that. As much as I like Judge Lamb, Desiree Beaumont has a special place in this podcast heart. All right. So, Brett, we'll go to the other size. So, how about we get into a little bit of dream world? How about the wise man, also can be referred to as Mr. Miyagi,
Mhm.
versus Jennifer Love Pfefferman?
Oh, that's Pfefferman, hands down.
Of course.
I mean, the wise man, you barely remember him. You have to remind people he's played by Mr. Miyagi.
Right.
But Pfefferman, It's Pfeffy.
It is Pfeffy. Okay. Oh, there's another one. I was gonna say I have at least one or two more dream ones, so we'll go ahead and throw that dream one in there, and then not a dream, not a dream, not a dream, not a dream. Well, kind of a dream. Well, we'll do this. How about we'll do Judy Hepperfeld, Brett.
Judy Hepperfeld.
Judy Hepperfeld versus, I want to say it right, Madame Auspenskia.
Oh,
I think it's
yes.
how you say it.
Uspenskaya.
Yes. Same thing.
Let's see. Psychotic wedding planner or occultic frozen yogurt purveyor.
And Brett, we don't know if either one of these characters are real people or not. Because one was introduced in the episode where they're explaining wedding problems. And so outside of the episode, we never meet her again. We have no idea. Is she actually real or not? And B, we have no idea if the whole him meeting this lady also was real either. So could be a dream, could not be.
Yeah, I'm going with Uspenskaya.
Yep.
She's just more fun.
Yep, she is.
In your
And it's
underwear,
very...
riding up in your tuchus.
All right. Let's go. This will be fun. Let's go Bernice Matthews, grandmother of Eric Corey, and the third one.
La cucaracha, da 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 da.
Uh-huh. Versus, oh, my bad. Versus Rebecca Alexa, Brett.
Rebecca Alexa doesn't stand a chance. It's Grandma.
Hmm. I will give it to you this go around. Only because I'm still trying to find slots and I don't have the spinner pulled up.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the fight I'm ready to have. All right. All right. Let's go Reginald Fairfield.
Ah, yes.
Versus Gordy.
Reg versus Gordy. Oh, you got to go with Reg. He's just more fun.
Reginald
Fairfield.
I mean, they did change Gordy's name from the first appearance to the second one. So.
Yeah, he was a couple of different people, so... But yeah, you got to go with Reg.
Yeah, we'll go Reg. All right, Brett. Let's go to the last two before we get into the next round.
All right.
So, we have Jennifer Bassett. She's only in 2 episodes. Also, she actually does stuff. I did have Lily Hart pop up twice. I think Dana Pruitt technically shows up 3 times, so she doesn't count to this. Yeah. But we get actual stuff from her both times she's on film. Yeah. And she's popular enough that she's also in Girl Meets World.
Forgot about that.
She marries Stewart.
Yeah.
So, Brett, with that said,
yes, she does.
Jennifer Bassett versus Professor Stewart.
Ooh. Let's give it to Jennifer.
Yep. I agree. I agree with that. At some point, you and I will have to go to Spinner. I know that for sure.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
All right. Let's go Dean Sorrell. Or Dr. Sorrell. Sorry, not Dean Sorrell. Dr. Sorrell, science professor for 2 episodes. So funny every time he's on screen.
Every time. Comedy assassin.
Right. And then you have Dean Barrick, meant to be a typical 80s mean Dean to take down for that just fell flat. I would go Dr. Sorrell, honestly.
Oh, I'm going Dr. Sorrell too. I wish we had more of him.
Me too. As principal at John Adams High, I demand to know. You're not the principal.
That's right. I demand to know.
All right, Brock.
We're taking a field trip to Atlantic
Our
City.
final matchup in the first round. We have Wendy, who wants to grow old with Corey, and he has a dream that she becomes old Wendy.
They want you to take the roles.
Versus Millie Brett, the witch.
Millie the witch versus Wendy. Let's go with Wendy.
Yep, I was going Wendy.
Only really one disagreement in that first round, and it wasn't too difficult.
Well, even the problem is that like none of these are like so hugely important, I think, to the show that one without the other, isn't as huge. I mean, some of these characters could have been bigger deals for sure, but
oh yeah,
most of them were potential girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't include all the times that a girl literally played 2 different characters but looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. So going back to the one half of our bracket, we'll have Desiree Beaumont taking on the Amish Man. The Amish Man, in my opinion, doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, give it to Desiree.
All right. How about Judge Bemis
and
Foofy versus Claire, Brett?
I'd give it to Claire.
I would too. All right. This will be a fun one, Brett. Ezekiel versus Hotel Man.
Ah, yes. Mountain Man versus Hotel Man.
Mr. Washington's gotten all the information he's going to get. Maybe if you added a Mr.
A mystery bag.
The interaction still gets me of his reaction to the mystery bag. Like, he's very intrigued.
Is
everything up to your satisfaction, Mr. Peterman?
I love Ezekiel, but give it to Hotel Man.
Uh-huh. It's a shame he doesn't have a real name.
I know. He's just Hotel Man.
Call him Stan the Hotel Man.
Yeah, I mean, just give him a name.
This is like in that thing you do where the guy's named bass player. Like, let's give some of these characters real names.
I mean, even just a basic, it's Mike or it's Tom. Just give him a name.
Yeah. All right, Brett. We are to our number 1 pick. Again, I just kind of picked 2 characters on either side of our bracket as 2 characters that we have both loved and enjoyed. One of our characters that have already advanced to the next round could have easily been one of these people. If we had had more time for prep and all that jazz, we could have maybe had them there, but who cares? So, Brett, we have Trini going up against Linda. Linda, we like Linda.
We like Linda. Oh, yes, we do like Linda.
I don't think it's close, Brett.
Yeah, it's as much as we like Linda.
I like her.
It's Trini.
I'm sorry. Let me restate that. As I don't think it's close because Trini does nothing compared to Linda. We get way more from Linda that impacts our main character than Trini ever did.
Okay, you talked me into it. It's Linda.
Oh, good. I already wrote her name down.
I like her. What, am I an idiot?
See, the nice part about doing these extra credits is you get to play with your board a little bit and go back to all these little fun things that you don't always get to go into.
I know.
He has an active imagination.
All right, Brett, how about Feffy taking on the Madame Oskapetskaya?
Madame Usvenskaya. Feffy
Yes, that.
versus Madame Usvenskaya. Feffy.
Yep, Feffy. Again, is one either of these characters real? We'll never know.
Yeah. One's
Doesn't
definitely
matter?
not, because
No.
it was definitely a dream.
All right, Brett. We got Feffy. Let's go to the next one. We got Bernice versus Reginald Fairfield.
Oh, Reginald Fairfield.
Thank goodness. I was like, am I gonna have to go to the wheel to get Bernice off this board? Someone only had a half ounce of her bottle.
Oh.
Because why would we have a full bottle, Brett?
Oh,
All
why?
right, Brett. How about Dr. Sorrell versus Wendy?
Oh. Let's see. Wendy had a big impact on Corey.
She did.
Big impact on Corey. But Dr.
But Dr.
Sorrell
Sorrell
was
is
just
so funny.
hilarious in everything. And he did have a big impact on Corey because Corey really worked hard to impress him.
Yeah, he did try to set his classroom on fire.
He did. He did.
I like Dr. Sorrell. He's funny, but I mean, I gotta go to Wendy.
I'll go with Wendy too. She did leave the bigger footprint.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time we saw Sean not being a good friend.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. We have Jennifer Bassett going up against our other number one draft pick, TK Kiner.
TK. No chance for Jennifer. It's TK.
Yeah. Let's say Linda and TK were the two that I was surprised just how much you and I have truly enjoyed. Well, those two and then Desiree Beaumont.
Desiree Beaumont.
All right, so our top 8 as we stand, Brett, are Linda, Hotel Man, Claire, Desiree, Feffy, Reginald, Wendy, and TK. Any of these surprise you?
No, I can't say they do.
Yep, neither do we. All right, Brett, how about Desiree Beaumont versus Claire?
You see, I hate pairing up comedic versus dramatic. I really do.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Claire.
Yep, I'll go Claire as well. I mean, the problem with Desiree is she doesn't interact with our main character.
Yeah, she's really just Eric, tangentially Amy, and Jason.
Right. I mean, I think if we would have had a scene where she was either nice to Corey or mean to Corey and could have solidified to Eric that she was either a good person or a bad person, I probably would give her the edge, but they literally only have the scenes with Eric, her, and Jason.
Yeah.
So, Desiree, you should have gotten more.
One more episode.
Yeah, at least one more. All right, Brett. How about Linda? We like Linda versus Hotel Man.
I don't like this decision either. Like Linda, like what she brought to the family, but I like Hotel Man too.
Okay, Hotel Man. Okay, Hotel Man interacts with everybody equally. He interacts with Eric. He interacts with Corey. He interacts with
One bed, one room,
Alan.
one big night.
Yes, everything. He, the way he repeats everything is hilarious every time. Linda is amazing. She's wonderful. We should have gotten more out of her. She helped Corey learn a lesson. Uh, I would give the edge to Hotel Man only because we should have had at least one more episode with Linda. We didn't get it, and the last we knew, she became a cheerleader and dumped him.
Yeah, let's go with Hotel Man.
All right. How about Reginald Fairfield
Reginald
versus
Fairfield.
Feffy? Jennifer Love Pfefferman. Can I call
Reg
you Feffy?
versus Feff.
Everybody does. Yes, Reg versus Feff.
One who people wonder if is real versus one who isn't real.
Right? One who apparently followed Alan and Amy and had a picture of Amy either in a bathing suit or maybe a little less that he was just carrying around.
You said if I was ever in town to look you up.
I mean, can you... Okay, think back for a moment, Brett. Someone you met once at a conference or a retreat or something in your 20s, and all of a sudden they found you at this point in your life. Would you be like really creeped out?
Yeah, I think I probably would. Because I can probably think of one or two people who might be like that. I'm going to go with Reg. Reg wins this round for me. He interacted with everyone, and he actually helped save the day at the end of the day.
He did. Yeah. Well, it's not always that common that a character that everyone's like can't stand that guy, and then like, he's all right.
Yeah. He's not.
Well, if you're
bad.
asking me to
He's
sing, then I
bad.
will.
Reginald Fairfield.
Yeah.
Little English
All
guys
right,
doing
Brett.
laps in the tub.
All right, Brett. How about the two loves of Corey who got away? That's not named Lauren. Should have been named Lauren. How about T.K. Kiner versus Wendy?
DK.
Yep, that's what I'm going with too.
Yeah.
As much as I love Wendy and as much as they want you to take the roles, it's one of my favorite lines. TK just has a special place in my heart now.
She does. She presented Corey with a little more real relationship potential. You know, a little more broad, I guess would be a good term.
And Alan also developed a relationship with Tony the Delivery Man.
Exactly.
And also we got to see how this character impacted our understanding of who Harley Kiner is.
Yep.
So, all right, Brett. Let's do the round we were just. Let's stay in the same region we were just in. TK versus Reginald Fairfield.
Oh.
I'm going TK.
That's where I was. Yeah, I'm going TK too.
Yeah.
TK.
As much as Reg is fun,
he's fun.
He's not
but
taking down
TK. He's not dating material for anyone. He doesn't have the potential to open up any real emotional depth for anyone other than frustration.
Yeah. I guess you'd say,
What can make me feel this way? My girl.
Copyright, copyright, copyright. Talking about
Don't strike us
copyright.
down, my girl.
Copyright.
Oh, YouTube.
All right, Brett. This is going to be the hardest one we do all night. Hotel
coming.
Man versus Claire. Yep. I know which one I'm going with, Brett.
Yeah.
I got to give it up to Hotel Man.
I was actually leaning Claire.
And that's fine. Let's go to the wheel.
Let's bring out the wheel.
You've not done the wheel yet.
Bring out the wheel.
All right. Share screen.
I can't say I'll be hurt by either decision, but all right.
Do you see it?
I do.
Oh, I know that's wrong. There we go.
Wheel of names, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we must learn.
All right. You have Claire, and I have Hotel Man.
All right.
Let's spin the wheel. Whee!
Hotel Man goes down.
I was really hoping for a surprise victory out of Hotel Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have Claire versus TK.
Claire versus TK to take it all. That one's not so bad. That's not so hard. I have an easier job of picking TK on this one.
You know, Brett, I'm going Claire because
you want to spin the wheel again.
Well, there's that. But no, I will. Okay, the both of these girls really push Corey and Sean. More Corey than Sean, but still does push Sean a little bit because Corey shares everything with Sean, but kind of pushes their understanding of what it means to be dating, what it means to be doing life, and I think it's only fair to go to the wheel. Also, justice for Hotel Man.
There you go. All right, go to the wheel. TK for me, Claire for you. And there we go. We have a winner.
And it's TK.
What?
I take it back. I'd go on TK. All right. Well, we've done a fan edit where TK is actually Lauren, and how do I stop the sharing? Stop the sharing. There we go.
There we go.
We've done a fan edit of TK, and now we've basically said that TK is our favorite offshoot character. So
there we go. Our
Our
favorite guest star.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
TK played by Danielle Harris. So, Danielle, thank you for your service in the 90s doing this show.
Yep.
Sure you didn't think that 30 years later, two grown men would be talking about how you were our favorite character that was a guest star. So,
yeah,
congratulations.
And not in a creepy way either.
No, not in a creepy way. We pushed our lead character, made him a better person, and
yep. All because he was trying to be nice.
Yeah, all because he was trying to be nice.
Yep.
So this has been extra credit. Brett got lots of editing to do on this sucker because between my slow pace of saying words and child waking up to the middle of this and in and out. Brett, good luck. We'll be back next week, hopefully with our Everybody Loves Stewart episode. Hopefully we can get some really good takes, and we'll be able to take the time for that and give you the good-looking people the show you deserve. So,
yep, that is our plan. Good-looking people. We want to give you the best that we are able to.
Yep, exactly. So, Brett, always wonderful to see your face.
Likewise.
I guess I can give you a dad joke real quick.
All right.
Pull up my dad joke book.
Yes.
All right, just turn to a random page. Oh, this is good. Why was the coach yelling at the vending machine, Brett?
Because it wouldn't give him his quarterback.
Yeah, he wanted his quarterback. Who else can you double your money? Who else can you double your money?
Who else can you double your money?
Oh, sorry. How else can you double your money? My bad. That's the dyslexia coming out. How else can you double your money?
You fold it in half.
Nope. Look at it in the mirror.
Ah.
Good Looking People is a show. Thank you so much.
That's right. Good looking people. You can always find us online. Get in touch with us on our social channels at dadsmeetworld across Instagram, Facebook, and X. We're most active on Instagram. And send us an email at dadsmeetworld@gmail.com. We love to hear from you, and we will respond. Yeah. So until next time, I'll see you, good looking.
Back to you, good looking.
You know, how can I learn so much every week and still be so stupid? Oh, I am never gonna pee again!
I want to be normal, son!
Underpants.
This is good TV.
Read the Bible!
Ow, that hot.
Dads Meet World is a production of Head First Studios. Head First Studios. Tell your story.